Welcome to practice. I'm Donna Cavanough, and we're going to begin today's practice standing. Having a blanket handy for when we do our floor work will be useful. We're going to start with some shoulder roll. And as you do that, it's checking in that your feet are hip width and parallel. So your legs are parallel and your knees face forward. And exploring the movement in your shoulders and your neck today, just noticing how that part of the body feels. And the other direction. Finding a smoothness to the movement. It might be creaky and cracky in there. Lovely. And we're going to just take the right ear to the right shoulder and holding that and letting the neck stretch. Finding the flow of your breath. And coming back up to center and the left ear to the left shoulder. Breathing and noticing where that might be. Releasing a little. Good. And we're going to make that a little stronger. Reach your arms behind you and you can hold onto your left wrist and draw the left wrist down with your right hand. And then we'll take the right ear to the right shoulder again. And just stretching now in the neck and the shoulder. Good. And then back up to center and swap the hold of the hands. So the left hand's now holding the right wrist and we let the left ear to the left shoulder. Really letting go. Nice work. Take your arms up by your ears as far as they'll go. And especially if, like me, you're recovering from a shoulder restriction, you just go as far as you can and get your arms as straight as you can. Pay attention to the shape of your spine, so make sure you're not overarching in your spine, trying to get your arm up further. So tailbone down, lift the front of the thighs, the front of the belly, really reaching the arms up. Beautiful. And then we'll come down into Uttanasana. Bring the hands in front of your heart. Find your back bend shape as you bring the torso forward. And then support with your hands where it makes sense to keep the back nice and relaxed here. And we're going to take the spine up and down. You'll notice as you take the spine down, the back of the leg stretch. So exploring that movement and then holding that movement. So the back bend feeling all along the spine, the stretch in the back of the legs, and relax the shoulders so they feel spacious. And the neck is long, and feel the flow of your breath. Let the weight come forward a little into the front of the feet, but press the heels down and more, increasing the stretch in the back of the leg. But trying not to let the skin of the spine pop up to the ceiling. So we want to keep that back bend feeling, relaxed skin. Good. And then we'll bend the knees and rolling all the way up and bring the arms up and bring the arms out to the side, palms up. We're going to make little circles, and with your circles, we're going to try and reach the thumb into the back of that movement, that range of movement. We'll stand as symmetrically as you can, lifting the front of the thighs. Nice accurate circles, as much as you can, lifting the little fingers up, the thumbs reaching back. Beautiful. We're going to come back into our forward bend. So take the arms back up. This time when you forward bend, you might be able to reach your elbows onto your knees, and if not, keep the hands there. So we want to keep the back bend feeling, enjoying that stretch in the back of the leg. Good. And if you can take the hands even further without hunching your spine up towards the ceiling, then hands up. And weight again into the front of the feet a little bit more, but press the heels down. Uttanasana. Feel the energy flow along the spine and in the back of the leg. Press the feet down. Beautiful. Bend the knees and inhale. And rolling up and up. Urdhva Hastasana. Tadasana. Nice work. All right, arms out to the side. And we're going to do Garudasana, which I'm limited here in what I can do, but you're going to cross your left upper arm over your right, and you're going to try and reach for your thumb or face the palms. And if, like me, you're restricted here, you can just hold your shoulders, but try to get your elbows as much over each other as you can. And we'll draw the shoulder blades down. Lift the front of the thigh. Good. Bend the knees a little and step your right foot in to your left. Lift up onto the skin of the right tiptoes. So you're standing in your left foot. And you're balanced like a crane, standing on one leg. And if you can lift your right foot up off the floor, do so. And you might even be able to cross your right thigh over your left, and tuck your foot in beside or behind your standing leg. Feel the core of your body really supporting your stance, your lift and lengthening. And feel the flow of the breath, the vitality of your difficult balance challenge. Beautiful. We're going to unfurl our wings out to the side and come back to standing in classical Tadasana with the inside edges of the feet together. Arms out to the side from the shoulders. This time we'll cross the right upper arm over the left. And again, you're reaching to try and hold on somehow, the thumb or face the palms. I can get the thumb on this side, or if that's out of the question, hold your shoulders. Bend the knees a little. Draw the shoulder blades down so the neck feels long and free. You might be able to take your elbows up from the floor and hands away from the face. We're going to lift up onto the skin of the left hip toes so you're balanced in your right leg. Feel the core body supporting. Beautiful. If you really have your balance, you can try crossing your left thigh over your right. Garudasana. And releasing, unfurling your wings, Tadasana. Take your arms up, Urdhva Hastasana, and then Uttanasana, standing forward bend. Take your hands to where they make sense. Keep your back bend shape in your spine. Bring the weight forward a little into the front of the feet, but press the heels, feeling the legs straightening. Relax the skin in the lower back. The neck is long. Okay, without shifting the hips, so we're going to keep them facing forward, reach your upper body over to your left side and reach your right hand as far as you can, either down the left leg or along the floor. Stretching that side of the body. Nice deep breath. Good, and then back to center. Reach the left arm over to the right side, or reach the torso over to the right side, I should say. Stretching the left ribs, left shoulder. Beautiful. Come back to center. Roll all the way up. Urdhva Hastasana. Very nice. Tadasana. Bend your knees. Sit your sit bones down towards your heels. So you choose a distance to the heels that suits your knees. Keep your legs parallel. So feet are parallel, legs are parallel. And articulate your spine so that the front core is really supporting a healthy feeling in your back. So even though we're in this awkward position, you feel supported. Beautiful. Take the arms up by the ears. Utkatasana, powerful pose. Nice work. Bring the arms down. Take them behind you and interlock the fingers. We're going to keep this hold in the legs, lifting the pelvic floor. Good. And press the knuckles down towards the floor. Even try to lift the knuckles away from your back. Beautiful. Release. And then we're going to interlock the hands again with the other index finger on top or in front. Press the knuckles down. Lift the hands away from the back. Legs are holding strongly. Keep the pelvic floor lifting. Keep that good support for the spine. Good. And then we'll release, arms back up by the shoulders, or by the ears, I should say. And then Tadasana. Tadasana with the feet hip width and parallel. Lovely. We're going to step or jump your feet out to your own leg length distance. Take the heels out, and you can even have the feet a little bit wider than your leg is long. We're going to make a forward bend here in Prasarita Padottanasana. We want to find the back bend shape, so the skin of the spine feels relaxed and the bones of the spine are pressing forward. And then we'll bring that shape forward. And your arms might not reach, or your hands might not reach the floor, but just rest them on your leg. Good. And we bring the weight again into the front of the feet a little bit more, and then press the heels down. Lift the kneecaps, the quadriceps, that's the thigh muscles at the front, the hamstrings at the back, the sit bones, and looking forward. Good. And then walk your hands out as far forward as you can. And give yourself a nice big stretch in the sides of your waist, your ribs, and your armpits. Great. We're going to walk our hands over to the right leg or the floor beyond, especially the left arm. Give it a big stretch. Good. And then walk your hands over to the left side. Really stretch with your right arm. Strong legs. Beautiful. Back to center. Feeling your back bend shape, even lift right up onto your fingertip. Good. Bend your knees and roll yourself up. Nice work. Turn your feet now for Trikonasana. So right foot parallel to the long edge of your mat. Left toes turn in a little. And you've got your right heel lined up with the center of your left foot in an arch. We have straight legs here. Really use them powerfully. So lifting kneecaps and quadriceps. Let's take the arms out from the shoulders and we'll reach the right arm as far as you can out to the right side and place that down onto your right leg. We want to roll back the left body. So the left hip, the left ribs, shine the heart out and even shine the heart up. And you're going to take your left arm up to the vertical as best you can. If it just doesn't go there, you can always keep your hand resting onto your hip. Beautiful. And then come up. Turn the feet to the second side. Nice, straight, strong legs. Good. Let's take the arms out from the shoulders. Reach your left hand down onto your left leg, your right arm up. We want to roll back that right side of the body, right hip, right ribs, heart up towards the ceiling. Beautiful. And coming up. Jump or stamp your feet back to hip width, standing in your Tadasana. We're going to do backstroke swimming, right arm back, and it's for a preparation for Ustrasana. So we're exploring our back bend, and we're going to do that with the shoulder movement and the rib movement. So we're making this backstroke movement. And as you take your arms back, you're exploring your full movement there. You're going to try and reach down your thigh. Now, when we make back bends, we want to feel really supported by the leg. So lift the front of the thigh and the front of the hip. Lift the pelvic floor, squeeze the buttock muscles. So you feel all of this muscular support in the legs for this movement of the trunk. Okay, now we're going to take both hands to the back of the thigh. Good, feeling that really strong muscular base and lifting the heart to shine up towards the ceiling. Beautiful. So I can't do the next movement, which is the arms by the ears. Part of that is because of a separation in the abdomen from having babies. So I'm just going to keep my hands on my legs. But if you can make it stronger, you're feeling safe to do that, take your arms by your ears and reach them back. Good. And then we're going to bring the arms down, bring the chin into the chest, and we're going to roll slowly forward back into our forward bend. And as you come into your forward bend, find the reverse for the spine. The bones of the spine pressing forward. Neck nice and long, shoulders relaxed, really stretching the back of the leg. Oh, beautiful. And then rolling up. And we're going to do one more of those backstroke sequences and really use it as an opportunity to stretch the side of your body, your armpit, just enjoying all of that movement in your trunk and your shoulders just as it is. Reaching down the back of the legs and feeling that you're using all of your legs, including your buttocks, to really support that movement of the trunk. Couple more each side. You might notice the flow of your breath supporting this action. And then both arms back. Lifting through the knees, the quadriceps, the hips. Beautiful, supporting. And if you're doing that extra part to this movement, bring the buttock muscles together, bring the arms by the ears and looking up, heart lifting up. Lovely, chin to the chest. And we're going to roll forward. We're going to bend the knees and bring the bones of your spine forward. Finding your Uttanasana now. Your standing forward bend. Feel your feet. The back of the legs stretching. The front of the legs lifting. The neck relaxed. And the flow of your breath. Lovely work. And we're going to come to sit down. Do that from here in any way, as many little movements as you need. And we'll sit up onto the blanket. Feet out in front. Lean back, hold the front of your knees. Lift your spine and press your tummy to your spine. So you've got that really good core muscular support and a healthy feeling for your back. And then you can keep adding levels of difficulty, but don't do it to the point that it strains your back. Go back to where you're able to hold the posture, whatever support you need. And this is the first one where you're just leaning back. The next one is to let go of the hands. See, it takes a little more core work to really keep your spine feeling healthy. Good. And then the next one is to lean back even further and take your feet off the floor. So again, put the feet back on the floor if there's any sign of strain in your back. Should feel like the whole core is really having to work to hold you here. That's just what we want. All right, then I'm going to add pedaling the feet. So you just press one leg out to straight. Ooh. And releasing. Nice work. Sitting tall now, and that can be with legs crossed, as mine are, or out straight in front in a wide-legged position, if that feels better for your knee. I'm going to forward bend. Bring the hands behind your hips. And if you're struggling to sit upright, lean back a little. Because what we want to do is find a wave movement in the spine so that you know you can move all of the joints of the spine. If you can do that and you're more upright or you're further forward, you'll be able to get more movement. A wave like forward and back in the spine. Oh. And then there's an opposite direction to follow. Lovely. And then sitting as tall as you can. Ease the bones of the spine forward, so find your back bend shape. Good. And then we're going to reach the torso forward, lengthening the skin of your belly, the breastbone or the chest, and the top of the head reaching forward. Bring your hands out in front. Or if it feels better to keep them behind your hips, do that. And with each breath now, we're going to explore taking the torso further forward. The feeling of the spine resting. Noticing the place in your body that resist moving and appreciating those parts of your body. Working right at that limit of movement. And then just following your breath into this movement. Bones of the spine pressing forward. Good. And then we're going to release that side. So if you've got your legs crossed, you're going to change the cross of the legs, the other one on top or in front. And finding your upright position where you know you can ease your whole spine forward. And we're going to try and lengthen the skin of the belly and the chest out and over the feet. And some people can go further than that, out and over the floor. Put your hands to support where it makes sense for your back. And finding the flow of breath to follow. Appreciating your resistance. Appreciating your movement. And then inhaling and coming up. Nice work. I find the next one is better to do without a blanket. So we'll just take that out. We're going to put the feet out in front and set your feet as wide as they'll go and your knees as wide as they'll go. Okay. Now you can do this with your hands on the floor behind you, or you can try with your hands in front of your heart. So you have to work a little harder to keep the bones of the spine lifting and pressing forward. All right, it's our 90-90. So we're going to take the knees to the floor on the left side. And then if you look down at your legs, you're sort of making half of the Hindu peace sign. So this is swastikasana. And then we're going to lift the right leg. And we take the right leg as far from the left. So think about your knee, your right knee, as far from your left knee as you can. And then you want to keep that maximum difference and start to swap so that you're facing to the right side now. But don't let the left knee collapse in yet. So keep the distance until your right knee touches down, and then you can rest your left knee in. So we're looking for that big distance between the knees. So left knee lifts, and when you've got your maximum distance between the knees, then start to follow with the right leg. Keep the distance until your left knee touches down. Good. And we're going to go from side to side. So again, you can use your hands if you need to. If you feel like you're collapsing your back, be a good idea to use the hands. Sometimes it can be fun to just test, or maybe I'll try without using my hands. But then if you find you're really aggravating the rest of the body, you're better off to use props or use your hands. Good, and we're exploring that lovely movement in the hips, both internal and external rotation. I walk off my mat. All right. Come back sitting. And let's just try sitting on the floor without any support. Oh, it's a bit tricky. You can feel your lower back wants to collapse more readily behind you. So we really have to work a little bit harder to bring the bones of the spine forward, to tip the top of us forward. So we're on the front of the sit bones. But we're a little bit closer to the earth, one less layer of padding. So just feeling that lovely sense of groundedness in your sit bones and your leg and lengthening the spine. Great. We're going to take the torso to the left, so a Sukhasana twist. Find as far as you can move where your ribs will turn to. And then that feeling of, oh, that's all there is. We make efficiencies as humans for movement. And part of the efficiency is the brain just says, okay, that's enough. No more, and then there won't be any injury, which is a really good system. However, there's a whole lot more available if we let the brain have a little rest. And we just follow the breath. And you'll discover potential. Feeling the flow of the breath and the flow of your body. We're going to hold on to this nice big turn, and you're going to reach your right shoulder towards your right knee. So the right ribs are reaching out over the right thigh. And you can bring your left arm by your left ear and reach that as well. So we try to keep the sit bones attached to the floor and reaching your torso over to the right leg. As far as you go, shining the heart upward. And then we'll come back up. Oh, another world. Change the cross of your leg. Take your Sukhasana, twist to the right side. And just noticing that stopping point, your efficiency. But rather than being efficient here, we're being curious, following the flow of the breath. Ah. We're going to take that shape in the body, that nice big twist, out to the left now. So we're going to reach the left shoulder beyond the left knee. And you can bring your right up by your right ear. And we're really reaching the rib cage over that left thigh. Beautiful. And then coming up. Oh, very nice. We're going to take a laying down position now. Hands down on the floor, feet hip width. Lifting your tailbone, only your tailbone off the floor. Feel your lower back press into the floor. Feel that the belly is hollow. And breathe deeply so you can feel the breath move the abdomen. And then we're going to lift the tailbone more and the sacrum's going to lift. And then each bone of your lower back, we're going to keep the legs parallel as each bone lifts and then lowers. Lift and then lowers. And one more. Each bone of the spine articulate from its neighbor. Lovely. Put your left heel on your right knee. Take the lower half of your body to the floor on the right side. And your arms can be straight out from your shoulders here. Just letting the left side of the body lengthen. And if it feels good for you, you can even play around with where your left arm is. Maybe even closer to the ear is a more beautiful stretch. Mm. Mm. Beautiful. Use your core awareness. Bring the legs back up. Right heel, left knee, and the lower half of the body rolls to the left. The right shoulder blade stays on the floor. And letting yourself lengthen. And then checking in. Maybe the right arm gets a stretch that feels more beautiful for you if it's closer to your ear. Mm. Using your core awareness to lift your legs back up to center and hugging your knees into your chest and rocking a little from side to side, feeling how this massages your lower back, feeling the flow of your breath. And then we're going to roll to the right side and come up to sitting. Bring your hands in front of your heart. Take the feeling of the practice with you. Namaste.